and gentlemen, for the closing ceremony, we have Chief Guest Sri Mauvin Godinho, Honorable Minister for Transport, Industries, Panchayat and Protocol, Government of Goa. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big applause for him. Along with him, we have got Honorable Minister for Factories and Boilers, Sri Nilkan Halakar. Ladies and gentlemen, a big applause for him too. We also have Sri Sanjit Rodriguez, IAS, Secretary for Factories and Boilers with us, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, keep on clapping for him, ladies and gentlemen. And we have very own Chief Inspector, Mr. Pangam, that is Sri Anand S. Pangam, Chief Inspector of Factories and Boilers. And we also have Dr. Naresh Fate, Medical Inspector of Factories. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a galaxy of dignitaries on stage. Let's give a big applause for the entire dignitaries, all the dignitaries over here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as they say that we need to welcome everyone over here with flowers, ladies and gentlemen. So may I please request our Chief Inspector to kindly present floral bouquet to the Chief Guest, Sri Mauvin Godinho. Okay, our Honorable Minister for Factories and Boilers will do the honor. We would also like to present floral bouquet to Minister Sri Nilkan Halakar, requesting Sri Sanjit Rodriguez to do the honor. I request Sri Anand S. Pangam to present floral bouquet to Sri Sanjit Rodriguez, IAS, Secretary for Factories and Boilers. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the closing ceremony. First and foremost, I request Secretary, Factories and Boilers, Sri Sanjit Rodriguez, IAS, to address the gathering. Thank you.
The Chief Guest for this closing function, our Honorable Minister for Transport, Panchayati Raj and Industry, Sri Mauvin Godinho. Honorable Minister for Factories and Boilers, Sri Nilkan Halakar. Sri Anand Pangam, the Secretary, Chief Inspector of Factories and Boilers, Dr. Fate, representatives of the industry, participants of the seminar, participants and exhibitors who have been here for the past 3 days, members of SAMA who have partnered with us and their executive members who are here, and members of the media and press and my dear friends. We had 3 days of intense deliberation, knowledge sharing. We had 18 speakers come from all over the country with expertise in various fields which they have imparted upon here. We have had participation from industry. It was knowledge sharing and awareness on occupational safety and health, which is the main theme which the government of Goa through this wants to mainstream, bring it in front, talk about it, bring that awareness and see that implementation happens on the shop floor in industry, and not only in industry but in sectors like tourism, fisheries, ports, transport. Safety is all pervasive. This was the message, and we thought that we could not only talk to industry but we could talk to all these sectors, especially tourism, healthcare, construction, aviation. We had people from both the airports here, construction industry, tourism industry, and of course manufacturing. We had an overwhelming response. For the first time, the OSH summit, we had around 6,000 visitors which we recorded. It was not a free-for-all exhibition. It was through registration only. Very serious people came, discussed, debated, saw, experienced. We have had 1,000 registered delegates, especially for the seminar. Good interaction, good question and answers. And I think these 3 days was successful in mainstreaming the agenda which we had pertaining to occupational health and the hazards associated with it. Topics were varied. We just finished a topic on how mental health today affects the workplace and how it could be tackled. How safety in terms of, we were thinking safety in terms of only fire, but there is safety which is all pervasive in all actions we take at our workplace and in all sectors. I think the expos which were held earlier only in metros and the local stakeholders had to travel to experience such exhibitions and such seminars. This event brought this aspect to its doorstep, brought this knowledge sharing to its doorstep, brought this expo and exhibitions and exhibitors and that interface, maybe B2B, B2C, all these aspects were debated, deliberated and were held here in Goa. I hope the Goan industry is happy that this opportunity to interact with and hear with the best of the sector was delivered by this Expo and Summit held by the government, and you have a renewed opportunity to connect with these stakeholders for the rest of the year and for the rest of your time. I think we are here at the closing stages. We need to take this message of occupational safety and health at our workplaces seriously. We need to check, and you can also see the importance the government has given to this sector. Importance the government of Goa has given to this event. The event was inaugurated by none other than our Honorable Chief Minister, who made his time to come here and push the agenda of safety across all sectors. Today we have the Honorable Minister for Industry. He leads all the pervasive gamut of industry, the Industrial Development Corporation, the Industrial Investment Promotion Board, across board. He also leads the vertical on traffic and transport. He is personally present here with his time, and it shows the seriousness this event with what it was organized. I thank everyone for this wholehearted participation, especially the exhibitors, executive members of SAMA, and all the industry associations in Goa across sectors who have come, participated, and I hope the fruits of this expo and the first edition of Goa OSH delivers its benefits to each and every one of us. Thank you once again, and hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Goa, for all the delegates who have come across the country, and wish you a very good evening. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, sir, for your kind words and appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sri Sanjit Lodis, IAS, Secretary for Factories and Boilers. Let's give a big applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Next, I would like to call upon Honorable Minister for Factories and Boilers, Sri Nilkan Halankarji, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. Chief guest of First Goa Occupational Safety and Health Expo Summit 2025. Honorable Minister, Senior Minister Sri Mauvin Godinho, Minister for Industries, Transport, Panchayat, Secretary of Factories and Boilers, Sri Sanjit Rodriguez, Chief Inspector of Factories and Boilers, Anand Pangam, Medical Inspector Sri Dr. Naresh Patte, Press, delegates, exhibitors, and ladies and gentlemen. As we know, as we come to the close of first Goa Occupational Safety and Health Expo and Summit, it is with a deep sense of pride, gratitude, and optimism that I stand before you today. Over the past 3 days, we have witnessed an inspiring convergence of thought leaders, safety professionals, innovators, policymakers, and passionate advocates, all committed to one shared goal: building safer, healthier workplace for all. This event witnessed over 70 exhibitors that includes the manufacturer of safety appliances and service providers from across India. And out of these 70 exhibitors, there were 30 Goan exhibitors. The delegates got to attend the seminar from prominent speakers from the industries and gave them the platform to connect and network. We had over nearly 500 students from 15 colleges, students who are currently pursuing a technical education and would be our future industries. Visiting this expo and experiencing the latest technology and innovation in the field of occupational safety and health, and witness the live demonstration. While being the first edition of the Goa Occupational Safety and Health Expo and Summit, we saw an overwhelming response from the industries and feel privileged to announce that we saw over 6,000 visitors and 1,000 delegates, total 77,000 in the past 3 days. From sectors including manufacturing, healthcare, tourism, construction, aviation, and other related service platforms. I thank Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, for endorsing this initiative of the Inspector and Factory and Boilers. The summit was not just about dialogues, it was about action, government's commitment to safeguarding the occupational safety and health of the industrial workforce as we work towards the Vikasit Bharat 2047. As we close to this inauguration chapter, we are already looking ahead with excitement in the next editions of this summit. I thank all the exhibitors, associate partners, the speaker making the first edition of the Goa Occupational Safety and Health Goa and Summit 2025 a great success. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your address, and thank you for guiding us to host this summit for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, next on stage, we'd like to call upon Dr. Naresh Bhatte, Medical Inspector of Factories, and he's going to brief about the 3 months duration training program, Associate Fellow of Industrial Health, conducted by Inspectorate of Factories and Boilers. Ladies and gentlemen, he's also the course coordinator. So with a big applause, let's welcome Dr. Naresh Bhatte.
Respected dignitaries on dais, Shri Mauvin Godinho, Honorable Minister for Transport, Industry, Panchayat and Protocol, Government of Goa, Shri Nilkant Harankar, Honorable Minister for Factories and Boilers, Shri Sanjit Rodriguez, IAS, Secretary for Factories and Boilers, Shri Anand Pangam, Chief Inspector of Factories and Boilers, my students and everyone who have gathered over here. With reference to the Associate Fellow of Industrial Health, that is AFIH, it is the 3-month full-time certificate course for MBBS graduate, that is for doctors, and it is a statutory requirement for doctors who are seeking a job or wants to work in the industry as a factory medical officer. So as per the Goa Factory Rules 1985, it is mandatory to appoint a full-time factory medical officer or a doctor in industry who are licensed to employ more than 500 workers in hazardous industry and more than 1,000 workers in non-hazardous industry. So with reference to the AFIH, going back to the history, it was started by the DG Firstly, that is Director General Factory Advice Services and Labour Institute located at the Mumbai, which is again a part of the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India, which was started in 1992. And our department is Inspectorate of Factories and Boilers, Altino Panjim, Goa, was one of the affiliated institute from the beginning when the DG Firstly started this course. However, due to some technical reasons, DG Firstly discontinued all this affiliation in entire India. But however, they have released competency-based guidelines for the states and the organizations to conduct this AFIH fellowship independently. So, the government of Goa, or it is my honor and the privilege to share that Goa is the first state in the India to start this AFIH fellowship under the approval of the state government with the intake capacity of the 25 candidates. So if I take all this 3 months full time, so we are having a different subject from the occupational health, industrial health, more specifically in industrial hygiene, industrial safety, some matters related to the statutes or HR related issues. So combinedly, lectures in the auditorium along with the practical knowledge which is more relevant in the industry, and the industrial visits which gives for the doctors entering into industry and seeing what is the manufacturing process, what are the best practices that are available in the industry. So this is the 3-month full marathon course that is given to the doctors. So for this batch, that is AFIH batch 2024 and 25, was successfully conducted by the Inspectorate of Factories and Boilers, Goa, from 30th September 2024 to 31st December 2024, and the examination was held in the January 2025. And we had around 25 doctors enrolled for this fellowship from Goa as well as the neighboring state, that is Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. And it fills me proud, as their teacher, I have extensively worked with them for that 3 months, that all 25 students have passed with flying colors. First of all, congratulations for all of them, Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Naresh Pate. As you rightly said, that 25 students and doctors underwent through this training session, and we would like to present them with the certificates. So, doctors, are you ready? Yes or no? Okay. May I first request the Honorable Minister for Chief Guest, Honorable Minister for Transport, Industries, Panchayat and Protocol, Sri Mauvin Godinho, to please do the honors. As I call the doctors one by one on stage, kindly come and collect your certificates at the hands of our Chief Guest. First, Dr. Sagar Raghunath Kamble. Ladies and gentlemen, we all need to keep on clapping because they are successful candidates who have passed this course. Dr. Sagar Raghunath Kamble. He'll be followed by Dr. Hemendra Santosh Mainkar. Dr. Hemchandra Santosh Mainkar.